You have to understand what this is all about. And of course, this is all about trade. This is about the trade deal that the United States wants to ink in as soon as possible with this country.
After 40 years of free market, neoliberal economics, the likes of Trump and Farage and Johnson, they're quite clever because their message is to those who have been most challenged by these politics to blame other people who are challenged while they get off scot-free, and we've got to stop this.
But let's just understand the context of this visit. He is only the third US president to be afforded a state visit.
Donald Trump is a bully, we know that. His attacks on LGBT people, women, Muslims, people of colour, people with disabilities and other minorities show that.
On June 1st, 2017, he announced that the USA would have no more participation in the 2015 Paris Agreement to halt and reverse the effects on climate change.
We stand in solidarity against those who condone and contribute to prejudice, discrimination and abuse of others.
For Donald Trump to essentially deny the impacts that global climate change is having an impact on our planet right now is such a backward step when globally our voices are getting louder and louder.
I was at the Trump march in London, was it 18 months ago, whatever it was, and it was one of the most heartening days I think I've ever been on, because just to see so many people that all felt the same.
Let me just underline, I do love America, I do actually love Americans, and one particularly. But, you know, in the strongest of relationships, you've got to be able to tell those who are your friends and who you love, where maybe they may have failings.
I think Thea has already made the point that Trump and his administration are some of the biggest climate deniers in the world.
And a man for whom a wall will solve the challenge of migration, rather than face the causes of mass migration, and how the US can play an important role in bringing greater equality between the US and Mexico and other nations.
We must back women's rights, we must say no to any more wars, and we must fight for the planet as Thea and Extinction Rebellion are doing so wonderfully at the moment. And we must be the resistors, every minute, every hour, every day. It really is that serious.
He said, everything's up for grabs. The NHS is on the table for negotiation. We should be absolutely determined to stop the trade deal, to stop this visit, to stop this government.
I'm here as a member of the Justice for Palestinian group, not officially appointed, but I think I speak on their behalf. I also speak as a Jew who was brought up with a deep commitment to human rights.
We've just got to look across the world at the moment. We look across Europe, we look across the Americas, and we can see the rise of the far right.
Some of you who are old enough will remember there were some very vicious struggles against racism in Leamington in the 1970s, and we fought and we won those. There were struggles to protect the NHS, there were struggles to protect jobs.
We need to watch this. I mean, one of the things I wished I'd read today or seen today was that they sent Philip off to collect Trump and Melania from the airport. That would have been quite good.
Treatment from Donald Trump to Sadiq Khan is clearly based on Islamophobic policies, and it should be condemned. That's what I think.
When he goes back on Thursday, he could take the Three Stooges back with him. Johnson, Farage and Rees-Mogg. And you know, if he managed to do that, he would actually make his visit worthwhile.
And we will keep on seeing Trumps, and we see Trumps everywhere. Even mini Trumps here in Leamington.
I spent my last 3 years in Austin, Texas, but it's the most marginalised in the US who are really feeling the catastrophe of this election. But this 7-year-old Guatemalan girl who died on the Texas border in January of dehydration and exhaustion. 2 young men shot on the streets daily in the US, like young black men and men of colour.
Make Britain great again sounds bizarre, but there are people around who are trying to peddle that kind of idea, and it frightens me because I think we have become greater through the kind of struggles that we were engaged in the 70s, 80s, 90s and into the 21st century, and the victory of Trump and Trump's presence in this country today and tomorrow and the day after threatens to throw all of that into reverse.
and he promised to the people to bring more jobs in that city. 2 days after the Thanksgiving, 600 people, 8:30 at night, got message they lost their jobs. He is a promise breaker.
I'm objecting to Donald Trump's sale of arms to Gulf countries who are killing the people in Yemen. We have all seen the cries of people and the children of Yemen, and still, because of money, they are carrying on selling arms to those countries.
Because it's so easy to blame migration for the horror that we've been facing, but really the enemy is austerity. Money for jobs and education, not for racist deportations. Thank you.
And everyone that has spoken here today, you know, we need to unite against our common enemy, like Rosie said, the enemy of austerity that cuts our public services, and we're told that it's the immigrants' fault who want to...
But we can win. We're the many, they're the few. And actually, not to fight is... we have no choice. We absolutely have no choice. It's too serious to do anything else. So solidarity to you all, and let's hope Trump gets a feeling of how much we hate him.